Hello, my name is Roshana, and this video is going to have two components. It is attracting wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and the first component is a meditation, a guided visual meditation, so that you can envision yourself creating everything that you're choosing to have in your life. And the second part is a clearing and releasing component using a technique that I've developed called the Freedom Release Technique. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I am a natural therapy practitioner and have been for approximately 20 years now. So I have many different modalities that I practice. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, a Reiki master. I've developed a product using sound, so I offer sound therapy with my work. And as I've said, many other modalities. And I'm offering today this meditation that is going to help you move through challenges with prosperity and abundance and wealth by envisioning yourself actually being in that place. And also in this meditation, we're going to identify areas where perhaps you are resistant to allowing that to come into your life. And then in the second half of this video, this clearing technique that I've created, the Freedom Release Technique, is a powerful way of looking at subconscious beliefs that keep us from stepping into the very things that we want to have in our life. So what I've come to learn through my own very intense personal healing practice is that all of our thoughts and all of our behaviors and all of our reactions in the world are coming from our subconscious beliefs. And so many of us are carrying a variety of beliefs about what we deserve in life, how much we deserve to be loved, how much money we deserve to have, how much abundance we deserve to have. And all these beliefs, depending on what they are keeping us from having the very things that we want. For example, I used to have a limiting belief of not being supported in the world, and I never knew that I carried that belief. But the day that I discovered it and cleared it, everything in my life began to shift and change because people were showing up who wanted to support me. And so it really proved to me the irony that the very thing we feel we want in our life, because I never felt like I was supported, I always felt like I had to do everything on my own, but yet that belief that I wasn't supported would actually push people away. So that's the great irony, is that the things that we so desire and yearn for, when we have a limiting belief that we don't deserve it for some reason, then we actually push it away and we don't allow it to come into our life experience. So the second half of this video is using the Freedom Release Technique to clear away some of those belief systems that we have. And I'm going to get to those at the end of the meditation. I'll tell you some of the things that we'll be clearing in that aspect of the video. And so I'm offering this meditation for free. And actually the Freedom Release Technique is, if you want to take this a step farther and really get into allowing you to bring all the wealth and prosperity and abundance that you are desiring into your life, then there is a nominal price to pay for this very powerful clearing. So when people come to me for personal one-on-one sessions, they are paying much, much more than you will pay for this clearing. And there's going to be several clearings that are happening in the Freedom Release Technique. So you can choose whether you want to purchase that, or if you just want to watch this guided meditation and participate in that, or you can actually have both as an MP3 as well, so that you can benefit from both and use them time after time. So let's start with the meditation. So I would like you to just start by getting comfortable in your chair wherever you're sitting. It's best to have, unless you're sitting cross-legged meditation style, then it's best to have your feet flat on the floor and your back supported so that you're sitting straight, so that the spine is erect. So just make sure you're comfortable now before we get started. Make sure your body is feeling comfortable and supported. And so I'd like you to close your eyes now and just become aware of your breath. So now that you're comfortable, eyes closed, I would like you to just breathe in relaxation and just breathe out any stress or tension, just everything from your day that you've carried, any thoughts that you brought into this moment. Just release them, allow them to simply fall away. So just breathing in relaxation and sigh on the out breath. And just let go of any stress or tension. Breathing in relaxation. Breathing out any stress or tension. And just floating down now into a comfortable position as you feel more and more relaxed. And I want you to imagine now that all of your awareness is moving out of your mind, down your body, down into the solar plexus, that place between your ribs, the bottom of your rib cage. Place that you could call the tummy, the diaphragm. See yourself going right down into that part of the body. And as you do, you see a beautiful sunshine yellow. It is so light, so bright, not blinding, it doesn't hurt your eyes. It's just a beautiful, warm, bright, sunshiny yellow light. It is so bright that it takes your eyes a moment to adjust. And as you become more and more adjusted to this light, you see that there is a figure off in the distance. A person about your size. And as you adjust to the light, you realize that this person is walking towards you. They look very sad, their head is hanging, their shoulders are droopy. They seem to be full of despair. This person is not believing in their ability to create. And so their life is full of hardship. And as they approach ever closer, you realize that this person is you. And you ask this person, why is your head hanging? Why are you so full of despair? And in your own way, you know the answer. You may sense it. You may have a feeling. You may just have an understanding or a knowing. Maybe you can hear or see the answer. Somehow you know the answer to why this person is feeling so much despair. This other aspect of you. And so as you are talking to this other piece of yourself, you say, it's okay, it's just a belief. You can change it. We can change it. Let's do it together. Let's do it right now. Let's change that feeling, that belief right now. So you invite yourself to envision a life full of prosperity and abundance. So much fun. You start to visualize everything that you've ever dreamed of in your life as being yours. And you realize that abundance is not just money. It's relationships, it's your values, it's what's important to you. And so you see yourself looking up now, looking out into the world, and seeing nothing but joy and happiness. All the problems are over. Everything looks different. And as you look around, you see that you are living in the home of your dreams. You run from room to room. Everything is even more beautiful than you could have imagined. You look out the windows and the view is magnificent. And you find it incredible that this is your home, but yet you know that it is. This is your home. This is what you created for yourself. And then you see people in this home. You see all the beautiful people that are in your life experience. Some of them live with you. Some of them visit you, some are family, some are friends. Maybe there's some neighbors. See everyone who's in your life experience in this joyful moment that you're in. And how much they love you and support you. See how happy they are for you. They're celebrating with you. Celebrating this beautiful home. They're celebrating your life. See the love and the kindness that they have for you. And then you see, now that you have everything you need to live, you see what it is you do with your time when you're not with your friends and your family. You see now that you are living in this great prosperity and everything flows joyously and freely into your life, what it is you do with your time, what is of value to you. And you know that your time is placed to meet your values. Perhaps it is play. We are fully supporting the world when we are in joy and playful. What do you do for play? No limitations. Everything you've ever dreamed of. Perhaps you see yourself in a hot air balloon. Perhaps you see yourself skiing down beautiful mountain slopes. Traveling the world, all the places that you've ever yearned to see. Those who are most special to you at your side. You're only alone if you choose to be alone. There are so many people loving you and supporting you in your life. This beautiful life is yours and you've created it. And you know that if you can create it in your imagination, you can create it in your reality. And in this moment you are deeply grateful. You think of how your life used to be and compare it to all the things that you have now. And you are so deeply grateful for the people, for your home, for all the things that you were able to do, for the freedom that you have, for the lightness that comes from never having to worry about finances. Your life is totally different. Feel the gratitude for that. Feel the deep love that you have for yourself, for allowing yourself to create this. You are so grateful to yourself because you know that you are the one who allowed this experience to happen. You were the change in your life that allowed it to turn around and become so magnificent, so joyful and abundant and prosperous. You did this for yourself. And as you have that thought, once again, you see before you this person that stood before you in the beginning of this meditation, and they look so different now. You help them to understand that there's so many possibilities, that you can create this because you have. You have created it in this moment. And you look at this person and they are radiant. And they are hugging you. They are so happy that you came to visit, and you help them to understand. You help them to realize that you have all the potential within you that you need to create this beautiful life. And as this other person has this understanding and you see the great joy that you share together, suddenly everything becomes very yellow again, as if the sun has come out. And it's so bright that you have to squint a bit. And this other aspect of you disappears. And as it does, you become very aware of yourself sitting in this chair once again. Aware of being in this room. You become aware of the sounds in the room other than my voice. And you wiggle your fingers and toes, and you begin to move about in your chair, getting ready to come back into this moment, coming back into this now moment of listening to this sound, listening to this meditation, fully present now. Now that you have been in this meditation, I would like you to take a moment to remember what your values were, what was important to you in that meditation. Perhaps when you finish listening to this, you can write down what it was. What was important to you? Who was in your life? What were you doing with your time? What were you doing in your playtime? Because this is telling you what your values are in your life. And when you know your values, you know what your bottom line is, you know what you're responding from, and you know what you're choosing to create. If you saw yourself giving away most of your money, then I would recommend you stick around for the clearing aspect. Because that's a belief that you don't deserve to have it, so you're wanting to give it away. You're justifying having it by giving it away. When really the beauty of being abundant and prosperous and living in wealth is that you're not carrying the burden, so you're not putting that energy of burden out into the world. You're putting an energy of joy and happiness. And so the world is full of more joy and happiness. Every one of us has an impact on the world. Have you ever walked into a room where two people were pretending that they're getting along just fine, and you know they just had an argument because you can feel it? That feeling goes out everywhere, out into the world. So every feeling we have is part of the mass consciousness and the energy that is this world. And so the more we are in joy and happiness, then the more loving and happy and joyful the world is. So know that you don't have to give all your money away to be deserving of having that. We deserve to have everything. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to give your money away. It's just where you come from when you're in the place of doing that. It's the belief underneath that that matters.